guys, another session, another day, another beautiful moment. And today I'm going to be interviewing PR Pro. Yes, PR Pro. I call her Agnes Nonsizi and Mutenyo. Yes, yes. Let me tell you why I like this girl so much is because she's so outspoken and she comes from a very good place in her heart. We have grown in friendship for about, I think, 2-3 years. I've known her for 2-3 years when she was managing a big artist known as a Temi, big songstress. And seeing her grow through the time is something that I'm so happy to see. You need to understand why you need PR in your life. You need to know why you need PR. You need to know why you need Agnes. Welcome.
Thank you so much. This was quite an introduction.
I have to, you know, for a personal friend, let's go pack him up.
You have to glam them.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you.
Fun fact, Agnes is not only a PR pro, but she has been a presenter on Kikuyu TV, that is on Mount Kenya TV, and also on Kameme. And she's a mother and a wife. How does one person do all that?
When actually, there's a time I asked myself, I think I'm good at so many things. So I was telling my husband.
What did you say?
No. I mean, and you see, people will be like, because I think whatever I place my hands on, I do it with my all. That's how I become like, because if I decide I'm going to sing, I'll do whatever it takes for me to do it. So I'm like, sometimes, am I doing too much? And I was like, do it. Yeah, so I somehow maneuver.
But which is the most challenging of jobs? Is it being a PR pro, kufuatana na artist? Is it being on air when you're on TV? Is it being a wife?
Never.
Or is it being a mom? Which is the toughest?
That is never a challenge for me. Being on front of the camera, as in, the camera goes on, my energy comes up. Especially entertainment, I can't do. I mean, politics, we'd have to talk about it. Mom, I'm a wife. I love it because my mom nurtured me well. She taught me how to be a wife, how to be a mom. So for me, it comes naturally. PR is hard.
Hey.
Managing artists is not easy. I quit every day. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it.
But what is so tough? Because you're in entertainment.
Yeah.
You're bubbly, you have a good energy. What's so hard about managing artists?
Well, let's talk about PR before we even get to managing, because those are two different things. For PR, it's because people are not good at communication, because you see, it's two ways. That's one. And then creatives are not the easiest people to deal with. And then concept of PR, music PR in Kenya is not something that has been really embraced. So someone will come and give you a publicist job, but they expect you to do a manager's and a promoter's job. So it is something that the industry has not yet understood. And it's not automatically that when an artist releases music, they will look for you. It is you to look for the job, because it's you to make someone understand why do you need PR. Unlike in developed countries where they outrightly know that I need PR as soon as I have a project. In Kenya, it's not like that.
So you need a PR agent, you need a publicist, and you need a manager.
PR and publicist is the same thing.
PR and publicist
is the same thing. Management is different. Promoter is different. There's a promoter. There's someone who is going to make sure your song is plugged in the JAV. I will send the song to DJ whoever, but there's a promoter as well who does different things.
Oh my goodness.
So
there's a whole industry.
It's actually, it's a structure, it's supposed to be a structure, but in Kenya, I feel like we lag behind because of so many things as well. But in the developed countries, they're there. And you see, there's a record label. But now in Kenya, because record label should fund your music, production, audio, everything. But in Kenya, because most people don't have record label, so you end up being your own record label. Yeah, so majority of the artists are they're independent, so they fund everything. Yeah, but it's not easy. But now 7-8 years down the line, headed to 9.
No.
I'm getting the hang of it, yeah.
7-8, oh my goodness.
Because I started in officially being in the entertainment industry 2012. Yeah, 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Now we're in 2020.
And look at you, look so
Thank
young.
you. Well, don't start calculating my age.
Mutenyo, nitakutext. Bwana Mutenyo.
Actually, I don't hide. If you do deep research, you'll find out how old I am.
But it's never an issue. So, revenue share of a publicist, of a PR agent, a publicist and PR agent, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Or a promoter and now a manager. How do these people share the money? I'm sorry, money is always my issue.
Okay, so like let's say like how Terazo works is we work on a project to project basis, and gone are the days I usually put a fixed amount, because people have different needs. You will come, maybe you're sat at a certain place in your career and you just need that one boost, and you have a certain budget, because the artists are not known totally, which is the most difficult, and unfortunately most artists who are not known, they don't have a budget.
Oh yeah, because they're new.
Yeah, because they're new, and it's tough. I mean, the entertainment industry is tough. You have to keep putting in, money until God knows when, and it might never come back. So, yeah, that's
It does later. It starts paying off like 10 years now.
Yeah.
So you plant a seed this year, inile pada bego.
310.
Bego. In
Yeah.
2012 inaanza kujitokea 2022.
Yeah. So for PR, you say, okay, this is what I want to do ABCD. So we kind of tailor make something for you, and we tell you it will be X amount. So you pay us 70%, then we start working. Then after you're done, you do 30. That's for PR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then for management, of course, this is where there's a quagmire. Yani hapa ndio kizungumkuti na ingianga, because if you don't have money to pay a manager monthly, because record labels do that. If you have a record label, they get a manager, they pay the manager. But if you don't, the manager has to be bought into your vision. So management is like a marriage. Because if I'm bought into your vision, Kate, I am waking up thinking, breathing, drinking Kate. How are we going to take brand K to the next level? Who do we collaborate with? What do we do? ABCD. So I am using my creativity, which you should be paying me now, but you're not. So what we do is we sign a contract. And I say, when money starts coming in, I will get 15%. The highest it can go is maybe 20.
Yeah.
In most cases, I stand to be corrected.
So guys, if you're a new artist now, you know. If they swindle you more than even 25%, unagongo.
But that's the highest. But of course, terms and conditions are very different.
Yeah.
So what the problem comes in when you're starting to labor, you guys labor together. And also where I think management is tricky, unto you if you're a manager and get a lazy artist, because it has to match. I need to be bought into your vision. You need to wake up and say, niko na ngoma naenda kurecord. Who do we shoot the video with? Because it is you that you're going to make us money. I am not going to sell me as much as I'm very good at management.
You're the brand,
you are the product.
Yeah, you're the
so
product.
it is those artists who are hungry, you can find yourself, if you're passionate about what you do, and which is one of the things that some of us find ourselves in, you get an artist who is very hungry. They're working, they write music, they're good, wanajituma, unajua ile kujituma, you will never push them.
I like that.
You will never push them. Then 1 year passes, 2 years, then now money starts coming in. And now when you work, like you work first year, second year, kazi nenanga reduce sababu, you toil a lot when you're beginning. So your brand has started being noticed. Now even getting collaborations is not hard. Partners are coming on board, corporate are coming on board. So the artist forgets the work that you put. Because it's very hard to quantify creativity. It's very hard to tell you, I wake up at 3 a.m., I write proposals, I check how your social media is. It's very hard to quantify that. So when you start now, money comes in and you want to ask for your 15%, the artist is like, but you're not working now. But you're forgetting I worked then.
It's a seed that we planted.
It is a seed that we planted now that I need to reap. So it becomes a problem of now I can't see what you're doing.
So that's why you're saying it's a marriage.
Yes, and then and then transparency. You can never pick a gig if I don't know. Because we need to be on the same page all the time. I have been in this scenario as a PR person. The manager contracted me, the artist is not in the know. But the money goes to the account of the artist. Okay. So I'm coming to ask for my money, then the artist is like, I didn't know, but the manager is the one. So you guys need to be on the same page all the time.
My goodness.
Transparency needs to be key, who you're working with, which dates are out there. everything. It's like a marriage, and it goes beyond. And you see, most people who are good at managing, maybe someone who has seen you grow from when you are, you know, when you're struggling, or someone who just, it has to be transparent. It has to be.
And they have to believe your dream as an artist.
No, that one is for sure. They have to be bought into your vision. When you're sleeping hungry, both of us are sleeping, but we know we will be full in the 5 years.
5 years is a long time.
It is a long time. It is a long. So for management, it is a very. That's why I opted to be doing, because one, and again, you kosana along the way. You know, it's a very bumpy ride before you guys stabilize and know this is how we work.
Talk about kukosana. You even touched on it. You've managed a couple of artists that are well known in this country, and then some of them you've parted ways. I want to know, which was one of your breaking points? It's like, by the way, I'm not managing Kate anymore. I'm not managing X anymore.
Yeah.
What was the one you remember till today? But then I'm done.
Like I've explained, it's one, transparency. So those are things that have actually costed some of those working relationships, because the minute you're not clear, you're not coming out clean about the income that you're getting, and it's not even about income, it's so much. It is about,
because you need to know.
Because I need to know before, when a manager is in your life, before they even contract a PR person, if you're messing around somewhere,
even sexually.
That's what I mean. If you know you have a baby mama somewhere, please let me know. Not because I want to know your nosy stuff, but I need to be ready. That when this comes out, how do we handle it?
Shit.
And before a manager looks for the PR person, they're the ones who will be contacted.
It's like, yeah, there's a tip that is roaming around.
There's a
tip coming.
Yes.
Ukiwa in your birthday suit.
You see, so it is about so many things. You cannot be at a point of.
I wanna get that story that day when you decided this person. You be as comfortable as you wanna be.
I can't. I'm not here to date.
No. You don't have to say the name. It's okay. It's okay. We know how the industry plays. But you can be like, just tell me, you woke up one day and you found out that
actually we do, and mostly it's my because we co-own the company. So my husband is a better manager than I am. He's I can say he's a good manager. He is. If he decides to believe in you, my friend, he will die with you. You'll go far. And you can see brands that he has worked with.
Wow.
And to him sometimes it's not about money, as long as you, because money, and this is a thing that we operate with. Money, pesa utafutwa. You can always look for money, but you can't force hunger. If you're just those artists who relax. Because I've seen average artists get slots that belong to the talented artists, and I've seen talented artists, because I'm talented. I don't need to work. I've seen their spots being taken.
And let me tell you, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this. Some of the biggest artists are not the best.
Yeah, they're not.
There's one,
but they're hungry.
Kwanza anakuanga na hive. Yes, she's very, very talented. She does the job and all that. But there are others who write music, and there's some people who sing unaisikia ndani ya roho yako.
Actually, talent takes 10%. The rest is work. The 90 is work. The 90 is work, kujituma, and that's why I'm sorry to say this, and I know people will beat me with stones, but that's why our Nigerian counterparts beat us 9-0.
I talked about it.
I know I will get stoned.
I talked about it. I told someone, there's a reason as to why we have the likes of Tiwa Savage being able to perform on Jimmy Kimmel Live. There's a reason as to why they're getting nominated for these Grammys and we're not. These people put in
as much as our industry doesn't work very well for us, but you can see we have exhibits, we have people who have done it, and they've worked.
Sauti Sol have done it. Let me tell you a good example. Sauti Sol, I interviewed them when they were releasing Midnight Train. Was it Midnight Train? No, Brighter Days. And Bienami confessed to me, is like, we wrote this song back in 2019.
Even Rumba Japani was written back in, I think, 2017, if I'm not wrong.
Ni kitu ilifanywa zamani, ikapangwa, ikakorogwa.
Because
you see, the problem is, I wrote this song just 2 weeks ago, and what are you telling us? Get out.
Yeah, so where were we before we just, we were at transparency, and
that day at that concert, when you went to the background and your check wasn't there, and then you decided you're out. What was that day?
And before you even drop an artist, it becomes a series of things you start noticing. Because you just don't wake up and decide,
So
Kate, I'm done.
What did you notice?
Okay, for one scenario, one is you notice most artists take things for granted because they've come to them easily.
So they take it. So
We've had
you for granted, or the work you're doing for granted?
Not even that. Even the platforms that have come to them because you have a team in your life. You know, so because let me tell you, the amount of you tell the artist, work on your vocals, work on your writing skills. You're good, but you can't arrive. You know, if you're a live performer,
how do you tell someone you don't have good vocals? How dare you?
I'm in your life to make it better. So should I massage your ego? Kate, you're the best.
Yeah.
Then you go and you're given mic and then all of us go hide under the table. What is
Because you're ashamed because you're like, oh, this is our product.
Yeah. So I mean, and you don't tell. Of course, having worked with creatives, I know how to. You know, you're good, but you can be better.
And they have to trust your word. I won't lie. I was even telling, my cameraman, I was like, for me, if I ever am going to get a good PA, they'll have to be a woman. And someone who called me and was like, hey, your lipstick here is like this.
It's matching. But there are men who are very good at that as well.
You know?
I've met men who are amazing on set.
There are few who are like that.
Yeah, there are very few.
I work with a lot of men because, men are the ones who, I don't know, it's sad that in every industry, men are domineering. There are fewer women. So some of them will just watch you with your
with that
and say nothing.
with that, I know. Yeah, but so and I usually say, if you give someone a job, you're giving them because they are good.
Okay.
If I trust Kate, I'm putting you on my radio show. I'm not gonna start asking, are you sure you will deliver? Are you sure we will be able to handle Nani? If Magufuli comes, you'll interview him. I shouldn't be asking you that.
You should know my value.
Yes, exactly. So that is another thing. You need to trust the team that you have. And many artists fail because you listen to so many voices. You've looked for me to manage you. I've agreed. I'm on board. But we decide this. Then you go ahead and you ask who for what advice. Then you've not executed. Those are most artists don't listen. And then I usually say you'd rather make a bad decision together than just be indecisive. Because again, music has no formula. We can decide this is what is going to work, then it doesn't. Then whatever we're expecting will not work is what works.
And I've had a lot of artists say, like, I wrote this song, it was supposed to be nice, and then that's the song that hits.
There's no formula, but there are things that you need to put in place for it to at least know that you're on the right track. You can never be guaranteed that whatever you're releasing is a hit. That one you can't.
Where?
You can't. There's no one who says at the hit. Inaweza toka ibafu.
So let me ask you though, is there one particular song that you remember that you worked with an artist and you all thought it would hit, and then the one that you guys didn't think about ikashika?
Actually, funny enough, when we were working with Guardian, nobody thought Nadeka
Guardian
would.
Angel.
Yeah. No one would. Nadeka was, as in that song that we said, you know what? Okay, this is what we have. Let's just put it out
Mungu
there.
wana deka.
Then, oh my God, it just happened.
You guys did not think Nadeka was gonna be a hit. What's wrong with you?
You see, and then we're like, we knew it's a good song because a good songwriter, he's talented, all the aspects were in place. But again, remember, we've been in this industry for a long time. So we're like, wow, it has gone. It is going. Because again, we were at a point where there was nothing, there was no finances. We just had us, a good product, a team, and a plan. As in how it happened,
it's called
the things that you do. So and that's it. And then you keep going. You keep going.
You gotta be hopeful.
You keep going. Yeah.
I wanna touch on Terrazzo. Terrazzo Media is part of her PR agency, and she is the CEO.
Yeah.
CEO,
Yes.
Commander in Chief. Lakini kuna mumeo pale, Mr. Mutenyo, and I for the life of me, I don't think I would be able to work with my spouse. I think I would, because I know how to put a poker face. Like tunaweza kwa tumeumizana usiku lakini pale mbele. Smiling
for the camera.
I would do it for a while, but then I don't know. I even like the fact that most of in my relationships, my partners live far, like they are busy. Wanaishi wako ako kwa maisha yake. So yes, of course we love each other, but you're just doing your own thing, and I like that because even me with my family, I'm the only one who does this.
Oh.
And I don't like people in my business. How do you handle this man in your face, in your office, in your house? In your bed, like, can you find somewhere else to go? Because that would be my thing. I don't know.
He compliments my energy. I'm all the way. I'm like, okay, fine. Can you calm down? Let's talk. So, yeah. So I think it's when you have to do it, you have to do it. He was an artist. He failed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Alikuwa naimba, alikuwa
where? He was doing music. They had a group, and he learned what had made them fail because they didn't have someone to do PR and push and get interviews for them. So they could release music. Then after that, run looking for interviews, looking for the presenters and everything. By the time they're done with that, they're so tired. Then again, you're supposed to go back into studio. So the idea of Terazo came from him. Then
it was a need.
It was a need. Then he got me who could fulfill that need. So the company was born like that.
So wait, so you guys started dating when you were working together, or you started working, or which started?
We started dating, then immediately after a few months work came in, then we formed Terazo.
And then when did this baby come from?
Where do babies come from?
You don't know, where do babies come from?
Where do babies come from? Where? Well, we bought him at the shop, guys.
So being a mom, and sometimes your kid is very impressionable. You know, your kid is always looking at you and looking at Mr. Mutenyo, Mike, and seeing who do you think anagemea wapi sana?
Yeye kwa babake, he's a very cool, calm kid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how, I've never had an issue with him being disobedient or not listening, or he's one person who will sit there. I've never had a problem with him going ati amenda kwa wenyewe ako juu ya kabati. No.
That's nice.
He's very
he was like you.
I just have energy. I'm not indisciplined. But he's cool, calm. He will want his things, will put them together, he will panga his toys, he's very much in order, like the father. He's really taken a lot from him.
Wow.
A lot.
Lucky. I love her energy. It's like, I usually have a lot of energy among my friends, and everywhere I go, I'm usually the one with a lot of energy, but for the first time ever, I have met someone I could call an Energizer Bunny, because me, I'm usually the Energizer Bunny. I was like, so you match up like that. So growing up though, was this part of the dream?
Growing up, this is so funny because this dream will come to life. I've always wanted to be an artist. Like, even when I turned 30, I wrote those 5 things that are in my bucket list. One of them was I want to start my acting career, which luckily I started. And then I said I want to do like music. Like I want to hit the studio, sing, and just...
What?
Yeah. Even TV, radio, they were not a part of the plan. When I was young now, I used to watch TV, like Tasker Project Fame, and I feel like I belong to that stage. You know, I belong to that stage, and there's something that singing gives, and I can sing, for sure I can, when I work on my vocals. Yes.
She's working on vocals and just stuff. She's singing for us.
No, don't put me on the spot, not now. So, I've always wanted to now do music, but I feel like, even I was thinking about it yesterday, and I'm being taken through this journey so that when I'm doing it right, or I know the challenges that are there, because it's not easy. And appreciating people's work out there, I do appreciate, even it's a single video, it doesn't matter. If you give me good product, whether you just want me to share it, I will, because before you putting out a song is just putting like yourself out there. This is me, criticize me, people say I am bad because my song is my baby.
Yeah.
You know,
this is your work.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be, but now it has happened in different ways. I'm doing like a million things. And
I'll tell you this, because I have the same, not vision, but I have the same momentum with my life. I keep evolving.
Yes.
You know? Once in law, then into radio, then into TV, then into PR. Like, you keep evolving. And that's the thing with our generation. I keep telling everyone, you can't do one thing.
Yeah.
We have billionaires who are doing 5 things, and you can do it.
You can do them well, not just, And I think it's just this part of the world that people don't do many things. As in, if you look at the Wazungus, they do so much. at one point you're an accountant, then that's just you morph into something else, and you know, it gives you, even you get the enthusiasm to look forward to life, because I want to know, I want to try this thing. How is it? So yeah, let's see what's up. Let's see what happens.
I want to know some of the troubles of PR, because I know some people want to get into PR, public relations.
Yeah.
How much money have you lost?
I've lost, well, in terms of like projects, I can quantify, you know, like some people have my cash even right now, but the money that I've lost is, we have lost, let me say we, it's unquantifiable.
It's in the millions.
Because the minute
it's in the millions. It's in the, oh damn.
Because the minute Kate, I come into your life and we do this, but then the minute we were about to start earning, that's when you leave. I can't quantify what I was doing.
I'll just say it's in the millions.
You know, so the reason is because it's very hard to quantify creative work and management work.
But the funny thing,
and you see,
it's not hard to quantify. I want to understand, because you see, when you look at the
like, you see, if you Google, there's a range
to quantify their money and all that.
Yes, so, let's wait. I say, if you Google, you will get the rate of a manager.
Yeah.
I can't charge you that. You have that money.
Skirt, no.
Even if you Google right now the rate of a publicist, according to, you know, it's not there. So what we decide, let's work. Then when money comes in, you start paying me. Then when money starts coming in, that's when you develop tantrums for like my oil. I want to leave.
I love this girl's energy. I know you're very honest about the industry, and there's a problem I've been having is to understand brands and how they relate with some of the products. So, no shade, but some of the products that are being put out there are good. We have a quality
like
product.
You mean music? Yeah.
No music.
Even
like product, like Terazo drinking water.
Oh, okay,
you know?
okay.
And I'm seeing a lot of digital moving and digital sponsoring. How do you advise people to tap into that industry? Because I'm finding a lot of inconsistency, especially with like Terazo drinking water, and then I use someone who does not portray,
does not drink bottled water,
you know, or someone who might not call into that industry. Because if I'm looking for someone to advertise my bottled water or to influence my bottled water, I'd go for someone who works out, because clearly
they need to hydrate.
People who are, they talk about skin, so it's relatable. You know, someone who is a family person, because water, and everyone drinks water, yes, but not everyone can advertise water. Not everyone can influence you to drink the water.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that your product is
matches
a brand, is profitable for?
So this goes both ways, and I feel like there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect between brands and the people that they want to use. I've sat on both sides.
Yeah.
I've been on side of the brands. There's a time I worked with so and then you walk into a room and they mention, okay, we have this. So because now I know artists and I know influencers. So you tell them, okay, I feel like this product would fit
this
person. Or meaning two things. You as the brand, let's say manager, you're not researching. Or you as Kate, you're not putting your brand out enough.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So it could be either or. And most of the time, I've realized people who sit in boardrooms, people who have money, they don't have time to research. So they pick what comes on top.
When they Google,
they pick that. That's why you see most artists, there's some artists who will always pick the gigs. Because it's what is known. Ama yeye alianza tu kupewa kitambo, huo manager ajui mtu mwingine. Mimi najua Kate. But there's someone new who is coming out and they're very good, but maybe they're putting them bado hajanotisika, and or you need that one person who will give you that one job, who will just believe in you and they'll give you, and then you become it. So there's a disconnect. And what I'm saying is both people to do their work. You as a brand, work on putting yourself out there. If you're a niche brand, work on your nicheness. If you're a mass market, uza sabuni nini how vitu zote, or God knows what else, put yourself out there. Then if you're in the boardroom, please don't be a lazy person. And it could irritate me. It could.
And you see, the laziness comes with, one, a lot of maybe someone sitting there, they just want to pick someone they like. Not that they're good for the product. Maybe that's one thing I say, because I like manufacturing, and from my mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
I'm getting into manufacturing.
Yeah.
And with manufacturing, even though I don't like a certain influencer or a certain brand, if they bring me numbers, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You do your job. Me lete numbers zangu, your product yangu itoke kwa shelf.
Yeah.
I think that's also another.
But again, there's also an issue of conversion. That has been a conversation that has been going around.
Yes.
The people who have numbers, they can't back them up. Yes. And again, also...
And why is that? Why can't they back them up?
Because one, you got them through not legit ways. You bought followers. Or they just don't tally. Or your audience is not... There's a disconnect. So it is, even before a brand invests in someone, they need to know very well what they are getting into. Because digital is a space that it's good, but it's also very...
But I feel like Kenya, we're very ahead. From a lot of stats, Kenya is very ahead, especially in digital. We are one of the biggest consumers of the internet in Africa.
In the way our Wi-Fi is expensive. If only we had affordable.
No, but someone tells me, I have a friend who lives uko India, and I mean, it's quite cheap.
But our neighbors, but kwa Magufuli wao wana swim huko. It's very affordable.
Okay, it's taxation. Taxation. Hiyo ni mambo sasa. Uhuru tafadhali angalia mambo. We like being on the internet.
Guy in Nani is worse. Our Ugandan people are worse.
They're being taxed.
Banange.
Something called social media tax.
I know. So let's be happy with what we have.
I know. What is the future of digital space versus traditional media?
Both of them will continue complementing each other. There's nowhere traditional media is going, digital is here to stay. So they have to complement.
You believe traditional media?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me why.
Because, let me ask you, I would have said Turkana, but let me say Takana because we are on catch here. Before there are people who still rely on traditional media as a source of information.
Especially in Africa.
So there's nowhere traditional media is going.
Non-Sizy Agnes Mutenyo. The one thing that's so unique about her is that I thought Non-Sizy is like a fake name.
It's my stage name.
Non-Sizy. You have to say it like that. She's South African.
Is it? I think it's Non-Sizy. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You have to say it like that.
Yeah.
Let's just. What's the future of Africa and media, and also the future for you?
For Africa, it can only get bright, because we have so much in terms of talent, in terms of everything, and it's a matter of. And I was listening to the founder of Wazawazi. Oh my God, is her name Chebet? Yes, and she was saying, "Sisi wenyewe ndo tutajisaidia. We have to help ourselves with what we have. So if I have what you can get." If you can use what I have and I can use what you have, it's a matter of us helping ourselves in general and getting out there. So we have everything we literally need. And usually sometimes you say it's money is it's not. What ideas do you have? Who have you talked to? A closed mouth is a closed destiny. Don't shut up. Say it one more time, please. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. Because how will I know? How will I know what you want? Say it. Say it even to, you never know, some of these things you've gotten because, oh, you wanted that? I have it. Like nowadays, there's a show we're pitching for TV, and we're so stressed when we're looking for to shoot a pilot and program, like the equipment. Then after we've shot and we've gone through so much stress, then we sit down with one of the people who are interested, and they're like, I was so stressed with the pilot. They're like, but I had the equipment. Do you know?
A closed mouth is a closed destiny. You might just be having the next billionaire who wants to fund you.
So we have to help ourselves as Africa in general. For me, the future can only. I have so many things lined up.
For you.
So many. I really.
Is that baby number 2?
Well, she or he is coming, but not soon. Not soon. You have to count for me some years.
Okay,
yes, but atakuja. Yeah. So I want to be able to do this PR thing in a big way. Like when 2020 started on my vision board, I wanted to expand, like have Tanzania, have Ghana, have a branch in Uganda, and let's go. And actually one thing I want is just to travel and interacting with people, because I'm very passionate about music. The long vision is to own or head a record label and do it the right way. just that's what I want to do. So it can only get better. I'm doing a lot. I might just be back on TV very soon, who knows. I want to do radio, I want to act. I've started acting, so for me there's no limitation. I want to sing soon. I don't know who'll do PR for me. Oh, Anyiko is there.
Anyiko is here.
We have Anyiko, we have Gloria, we have many. And again, we need more people. Guys, can you come? And I want to, because how you know you've become successful at something is when you groom someone and they do that job better than you. Let's not get scared. If someone comes and nails this PR thing better than me, me, I'll be so happy. That's how you know you have really, really succeeded at that. So that I'm grooming someone and I'm happy we are where we are, but I would want to small non-Sizys coming up. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
That's Non-Sizy Agnes for you. PR agent, PR pro. Follow her, Terrazzo Media, so that you can get all your PR needs. For me, it's just one thing. You heard, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Stay safe.
My name is Gechida. You want to watch my video? How about you click on like and subscribe on YouTube and watch what we do in studio and even outside.